Hello, my curious friends. I think with this singer, we've seen it all, going from everyone's beloved Disney star to a scandalous young adult, then getting married and calming down and so on. If you haven't caught on yet, I'm obviously talking about Miley Cyrus. You're probably thinking that here at Curious Sips we've already covered everything related to the singer, but you would be wrong. A few days ago, not only did she release her brand new single Midnight Sky, but she also opened up about a lot of things in an interview for a podcast series called Call Her Daddy. What secrets did the ex-Disney star reveal? What was the lie she told while with Liam Hemsworth? Why is she bringing up Hannah Montana again? And will this be the Miley image that is going to stay for good? Stay with me to find out all the juicy details from her interview, but before we continue, don't forget to hit the notification and the subscription buttons. Before we continue, let's remind ourselves that Miley hasn't always been a figure of controversy. More people now remember her for those unfortunate moments of public outrage than her days on Disney. As most of you will know, she started her career by starring in the hit series Hannah Montana. The show was an instant hit, as was Miley, and she was quickly branded as a teen idol. Then, in 2007 and 2008, when embarked on the Best of Both Worlds tour, ticket provider Ticketmaster said that they have never seen such demand since the days of the Beatles or Elvis Presley. So we can say that at that point she was already seen as somewhat of an American sweetheart. However, that wouldn't last for long. Most Disney stars keep a squeaky clean image, and for a while the Malibu singer did the same, but as we all know very well, that did not last, and in 2008, the 15-year-old Cyrus took part in a topless shoot for Vanity Fair. Now you can imagine how that would have scandalized people. It of course also did not sit well with Disney themselves, and the company accused the magazine of manipulating the teen to sell copies, and since that moment, the scandals just kept pouring in. From leaked photos to provocative music videos, it seemed as time went on, Miley tried her hardest to move away from that persona that was Hannah Montana. And speaking of that image, when she was 22, she criticized the studio company and said that from the very start, she was told that she was a teen idol and had to look a certain way, and that at the end of the day, when she was offset, she struggled with understanding who she truly was, as well as she had problems with her body image. And if you want to know more about why she wasn't very fond of the show at the time, then click on the link above. But criticism aside, it seems, and in her new interview for the podcast, the singer expressed her eagerness to once again don the iconic wig and become Hannah Montana once again. Though she did make jokes at first that they would have to take her shopping, as her show alter ego was stuck back in 2008. So it seems that despite all those years claiming that she'd never do a reboot of the show, she has greatly changed her mind about it and even said that she would like to be the one to direct it. I'm sure that many of us are very happy about that. Cyrus also noted that at the moment she is busy with her new and upcoming album and tour, but one day she would love for it to happen and the series to make a comeback. Now, we all remember when Miley was dating Nick Jonas back in the day. Most called them the perfect couple, though we also know that it did not last. And it was a breakup that led Miley to first change her look and desire to be a little bit rebellious. It also gifted us with the perfect breakup track 7 Things. Then Miley took a shot at acting on the big screen by appearing in the last song alongside Liam Hemsworth. And then the couple's nearly decade-long on and off relationship started. Despite their breakups, Liam was there for Miley through her most surprising career and image changes. When the two got together, she went back to her calmer days, but then things got out of hand again. The very much controversial music video for her single Can't Be Tamed, which marked the singer's journey in a bid to distance herself away from the Disney days, and the much talked about 2013 VMAs performance where she twerked on Robin Thicke. Though it was several days after the performance that Liam and Miley, who had been engaged for several months, had called it off and broke up. But as we all very well know, they got back together again and even got married, before ultimately getting a divorce last year. In the interview for the Call Her Daddy podcast, the singer had a lot to say about her relationship with Liam, as well as some white lies that she might have told him at the start when they first started dating. This is the longest interview that the singer has done since her divorce, and a very honest one at that. So stay with me to find out more about what she revealed, as well as what white lies she reportedly told Hemsworth. In the interview, the singer revealed that she did not have intimate relationships with a man until she was 16 years old, and highlighted that no, it was not Nick Jonas. While she never actually said his name, Miley pretty much gave it away by later adding that she married the guy, so that was right away obvious that she was referring to Liam. Cyrus also revealed that she lied to him about her experience as she didn't want it to seem like a loser, and though she also added that eventually she told him the truth about the white lie. Sadly, not everything is meant to last, and just like the relationship between Hemsworth and Cyrus, the singer admitted that the whole ordeal was very difficult for her and even compared the divorce to the death of a loved one. And since her relationship was so public and many saw the two as a perfect couple, it would have been difficult for both of them, and the singer even said that the fact is all the publicity was traumatizing for her. It was especially difficult for Liam, who as it turns out is not very happy with the fact that several aspects of his life had been made public. A source told Us Weekly that apparently the 30-year-old actor has a very low opinion of his ex-wife as he really was hurt by their split. It was revealed that besides certain things about their life being made public, what really hurt the Hunger Games star was the fact that Miley had moved on so fast. The source added that it all hurt Liam because while he tried to keep their relationship private and be respectful about all the aspects of their divorce, it seems that the complete opposite had happened. Though it wasn't only Hemsworth that scrutinized her for her actions, many others did as well. For those of you who might not remember, quite soon after her divorce from Hemsworth, Miley began dating vlogger Caitlyn Carter. She opened up about their relationship on the podcast, hitting back at those two who judged them by saying that at that time Carter had made her really happy and that there isn't some official handbook that details how to deal with her breakup. The singer said that she felt that since she was a woman, she was villainized for being the one to move on and how it annoyed her, and that made her seem disloyal. Though if it were a guide how to deal with a breakup, it would probably sell very well. If you want to know more about Cyrus and Carter's relationship, then click on the link above. Going back to the podcast host Alex Cooper, Miley also opened up about her dynamics with women. She said her relationships with other women were a better fit and made more sense to her. Cyrus added that she would not mind dating one that is as successful or more successful than she is, and that it would not be a problem. Her reasoning was that as she had a bit of a dominant side to her, it didn't make much of a difference in the relationship, but when she was dating men, it did make things a little uncomfortable at times. Do you think that maybe that's why she started seeing a man younger than her? For several months, Miley was dating Cody Simpson, who is 5 years younger than the Midnight Sky singer. While talking about what she is looking for in a partner, she revealed that it's important that her partner takes care of themselves because of how someone treats themselves is a reflection of how they're going to treat others. And at the time when the couple got together, they were both going through their wilder phases. Since then, they have helped each other get better by being there and supporting one another. Not to mention that the pair have known themselves since they were teenagers, so they already had some friendship history behind them. Though sadly it wasn't meant to be, and it seems that as of last week, the couple announced their breakup. At the start, it was more of a reliable source kind of thing, but then Cyrus took to an Instagram live to set the record straight. First of all, she pointed out that it was confirmed by a reliable source. No one is truly reliable in a relationship besides the two people involved. She went then on to say that at that moment, she and Cody are working on becoming the people they want to be, and that right now, two halves can't make a whole. She also addressed the fans saying that since the two of them have been friends for such a long time, that they shouldn't go crazy with the speculations if they were seen together hanging out or getting a pizza. So it seems that the couple ended things on good terms. And speaking of future partners, she also said that she needs someone who's also sober because she doesn't want to have to help someone in their own journey to sobriety as she's working on her own one. Miley also added that if you want something from a partner, to not go looking in the complete opposite places for them. She gave an example that since she's very into clean eating and that it's very important for her, she wouldn't go searching for her other half in a Burger King. And honestly, thinking of her words, it all makes perfect sense. That is some good life advice that we can all take from Miley here. As you know, Cyrus wouldn't be the first child star that has tried to break away from her innocent, squeaky clean image. You may remember such names as Demi Lovato, Selena Gomez, and Macaulay Culkin, but the most famous one of all would be Britney Spears, which actually Miley recently talked about in an interview. It is nothing new that Cyrus is a huge fan of the superstar, and the two have even previously collaborated on Miley's song SMS Bangers back in 2013. iHeartRadio Canada asked the younger singer what were her thoughts on the Free Britney movement to end her conservatorship. And if you want to know more about Spears' case, then click on the link above. But in the interview, Miley said that from the public point of view, it would be difficult to relate, and since she doesn't actually know the older singer that well personally, she would just be another public spectator. Cyrus also said that she often takes time to reflect before commenting on things like that. She asks herself, is it even her place to say anything, or if she's just sitting outside of the bigger picture and just thinks that she knows the details. The interview question was asked in reference to the time in 2019 at a music festival. During her set, Miley shouted, "Free Britney." Besides her reply that I've mentioned, she just added that she screams a lot of things during her shows, but that she does think that Britney should have the freedom to live the life that's most authentic to them. With the new album and the new single, Cyrus seems to be going back to her calmer image days, planning to leave the controversies behind her, as we mentioned before, very often reminiscing about her days on the Disney show. So, my curious friends, with all the style and attitude changes that she has had, do you think that this current Miley is here to stay for good? Or do you think that once again the new album or heartbreak that comes along is going to completely change her? What has been your favorite Miley era? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.